Alrighty, welcome back. We're getting into day 3 here of Sunhaven, checking out the newest update, the full-on release to 1.0. One thing you'll notice here if you've never played Sunhaven before, you can wait for that click any button to continue. But if you don't, it will automatically just continue on forwards. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not really a pause screen, the sleep screen. You'll want to make sure that you go into one of these other menus to make sure that it's paused when you're sleeping. Just a little note there. So we can go ahead and get our fresh fish stuff from Kitty this morning. I think we're going to check on our farm first thing though. Actually, you know what? We haven't come up here to check out this Snackoon. If I remember, he likes some apples and wheat, but let's see if anything has changed. Nope. So still need 10 apples and 10 wheat. So we'll work on collecting those apples in a bit here. We're not too worried about them because we still have wheat that needs to be grown and harvested here. Now, hopefully you all are hearing a few more, or a bit more of the sounds and music from the game. I've turned those up a little bit. Not just my voice nammering onward. You can't always see what crops have been watered, especially if you're like me and you leave some of these trees in the way until they're fully grown. But if you go over, try and hover over that crop with your mouse and you don't see the little corners to mark that particular square, then you know it's not watered. So I know I missed this one because it gave me those 4 squares. I can kind of go back and see, okay, where's our next one that we haven't watered? It's going to be this guy right here. Jump off just as we fill our water bottle, our watering can. Might as well collect all these planks, see what fun stuff we can build with those. And actually, I just noticed our logs are in our bottom inventory there. We might as well move those. You know, we could build more chests. We're not hurting for inventory. We don't have to worry about those. We may want a basic furniture table. We already have a cooking pot, we already have a bakery station, and we already have an oven. Let's see what else we can find. We'll come back and decide what other things we want to buy. Ooh, cutscene. Hey, who's that coming down the road to your farm? Uh-oh, it's that merchant lady again. Oh, hey there, Anne. Hey there, Dojiko. Don't get so flustered. I actually dropped by to give you a little something. Really? What are you going to give me there, Anne? Maybe you and I got off on the wrong foot the other day. I admit that sometimes I may be a bit too eager to score a sale. Don't worry, Anne, I did need those tools after all. Hey, I said I can be eager to make a sale. I didn't say I made bad sales. Right, fair enough. Let me make up any bad blood between us. I want to give you this basic furniture table. It's just like your crafting table, only it's designed especially for making, you guessed it, furniture. Oh, wow. Thank you, Anne. It's actually probably a good thing we decided not to build anything there because now we get a free crafting station from Anne that we didn't have to build ourselves. Don't thank me. I know this basic furniture table is going to someone who knows how to use it. Just keep in mind, it's a little bit more expensive to build furniture at this table compared to buying it at the general store. But that's the price of convenience. Yeah, so you don't have to go back every day to the general store to find the potential item you're looking for. You can just craft it at the crafting or the furniture table. Although not all furniture. So you're going to want to kind of take an inventory if you're looking at decorating your house to see potentially what's offered in the store versus what's offered at the crafting table. Are there things offered at the store that you would like to buy that you need to kind of keep an eye out for? Just consider this little gift of mine to be the start of a beautiful friendship, okay? Yeah, and I am on to you. Basic furniture table. You received the basic furniture table. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and place that in our little crafting area for now. Is that going to be in our way? Nope. And so yeah, we have all of this access to all of these different things that we can place around our farm or our in our house. And it seems like, yeah, more or less they're fairly expensive except for these basic kind of wooden stuff. And yeah, we're going to leave the furniture table for right now. It's not something that we need immediately. Go check out this mailbox. Good day, Dodgikal. Seems like you've been all over the place. I've just been keeping an eye on you is all. It's been exciting to watch you explore every nook and cranny of this town. When you're exploring distant lands, always remember to forage for food. It will keep your energy up and as you battle against wild unknown. Good luck in your adventures, Dojikal. Lucia. Oh, and looks like we got some more berries. Now let's see. We have eaten... Oh, we've only eaten 4 berries, so let's go ahead and eat up to 10 of these guys. And looks like we now have 29 experience points, which is super awesome. Let's go into town. Alright. Now, I said with today's money we wanted to take a look and see potentially if we could get some peas and green beans down, but let's check out the quest board for today. So, Dr. Warrenhart needs some stone for paperwork, or for paperweight. Really love this quest because it only takes 5 stone to complete, and you get 250 coins among some other experience items. And Fool's Tools. So Giuseppe, we're going to go and find his toolbox somewhere around Sunhaven. And actually this toolbox, when he says by the Wheatfield River, we know exactly where it is. It spawns in the same spot every time. So if you know where the toolbox is, you can just head right up there. So we'll accept that quest as well. 2 very easy quests. Now, the doctor could be down. He likes to sit in the benches to the south, down here by the windmills. You'll often find Dr. Warrenhart down here. However, in the morning, you can tell he is doing his thing at the hospital. So, seeing as that's pretty close to us right now, we're going to head up there and hand in this quest to Dr. Warrenhart. Hey, my stones! Thanks so much, farmer. Your true neighbor. No problem, doctor. And anytime probably within this first week or so that we get to choose a bonus reward, I typically always go for the coins. That'll help us get some of the things like extra crops or farm animals going sooner. And you'll notice every time you complete a quest as well, you get a little bit of friendship with that character, which is super helpful. All right. So we were going to check out the farming store here and see if we can get some peas and stuff going. So we've got peas at 300 coins per. They take 12 days to grow and 2 days to regrow. And the green beans, they take 12 days to grow and 1 day to regrow. So that means let's just go ahead and buy 2 of each for now. That'll help us complete the quests that we have for those items. And then we will go and see if we can find Kitty. So we'll double check on our map. Usually earlier in the morning, she's over here by her house. So we'll head up there and grab it. Normally, if we had that snackoon that is currently on our farm, if we had that out of the way, we would be able to take a little bit of a shortcut. But we'll head this way. And we'll be able to see where Giuseppe's toolbox is as well. So yeah, if you just head north of the bakery here, this toolbox is always here, and we might as well grab some of these apples while we're up here. And if you were to keep going north, this is, of course, Claude's house up here, but we're not going to bother Claude while he is sleeping and or writing music. Like I said, for this first week, I'm not really going to talk to NPCs at all. We're just going to work on completing quests and getting our farm kind of started up and running. See if we can get our dragon chow back for your dragon food. It's a good thing you didn't forget because your baby dragon is going to love this. Here you go. Thank you, Kitty. Oh, and it looks like she has a quest for us as well. Hey, Dojiko, this is perfect timing. I just realized I forgot to water my garden before coming in today. I'll give you a potion if you help me out. Sure, what do you need me to do? Just make sure all my leafy babies have enough water. I'd be crushed if they withered in the sunshine. Let me know when you finish so I can repay you. Alright, I will take care of that, and this is why I always carry a full water can, whether it's rusty or not. Oh, beautiful. They're all watered. Here you go, just like I said. Thanks for helping out. No problem. Alright, let's get that farming experience, and look at that, level 6 farming. Now, do we want more blue rose seeds, or do we want to have our culinary mastery to get some of that gold? You know what? We are not having too much trouble getting gold at this particular time, so I think what we're going to do is up the amount of seeds we're going to get on Friday. Even though Friday is a little bit a few days off, we're going to increase the amount of blue rose seeds that we'll get in the mail every Friday. And that opens up some new things for us, including what we're looking for, this bee box. So we'll be able to craft that bee box. Once we get those flowers going, we will have some blue rose honey, which is pretty cool. And we're going to go down here and get some of this fruit as well while we're up here. And you don't have to collect fruit every day. It will continue to accumulate until there are 3 fruit on each tree. So you don't have to worry about hitting every tree every day. You can either have a rotation going or just collect fruit every 3 days. So we're going to head back down. I think we're going to buy some more wheat so that we can complete that wheat quest fairly quickly. And then we're going to turn in our quest to Giuseppe, if he is down by his house, which it looks like he is. Actually, let's run into that first. Thanks goodness. I've been out here all day pretending to work so Tanya doesn't figure out I lost my tool. Thanks for not telling her, by the way. I'm always losing things and she's always making fun of me for it. No problem, Giuseppe. I'll help you out anytime. We're going to take those coins. Ooh, and we got some exploration level up. Again, we're going with that increasing movement speed. And now that we've got those movement speed bits maxed out, we'll have to decide on another once we get our next skill point. So we're going to go and quickly buy some of these wheat seeds, and then we'll maybe head over to Salon at the smithery and deal with this dragon. Oh, look at that. Wheat's on sale. 3 left. Yes, I'll buy all of those. And do I want green root seeds? They're on sale. Sure, may as well. And then let's continue buying some more. Let's go with 20. That seems like a good amount of wheat. We'll head over to Salon. I might pick these up, even though they'll still be there tomorrow. Make that as well. And cutscene. Ah, you're back. Does this mean you've gotten what we need for the pesky little lizard? Yep, right here. Great, let's see it. Wait, what is this? Yuck! But this should make the perfect dragon bait. Good work. While you're out catching fish, I put in an order for a dragon trap over at the general store. You head over there and pick it up for me, and we'll catch this pest before it does any more harm. Alright, I guess I will be back then, although I was just there. It would have been nice to know there, Salon. And what do we want? Let's do some more. I kind of want. What do I want? Let's go with fun. We might as well. And you know what? While we're here, because we're running out of stone on our farm, let's take a look at this little quarry over here. Has some of that stone respawned? It has. So we might as well collect some of this stone. And looks like we're getting some coal as well. It's helpful. Now we could go down into the mines and to do this. If we were looking for ore as well, we would definitely head down there. We are going to head down there before the week is over, but I like to come here just for the stone mining. It's a little bit easier than going through, well, not easier, but quicker, I guess, than going through all the cutscenes of the mine carts when you head down into the mines. And when you head out of the mines as well. Honestly, probably not all that much quicker, but I find it a lot easier just to come over to this area. All right, so we're going to max out the gold that we're getting every day there with our mining, and then I think we are. I think we're going to do the stone splitter next. We may do the hidden gems. It's nice to get some sapphires every day, but it is only a 5% chance. Whereas that 30% chance to grab some extra stone, that's pretty helpful, especially early on. All right, beautiful. We have our stone. We'll head over to the general store to grab that dragon trap. Now, if I was perhaps hurting for inventory space, I might go back to my farm first and plant the seeds that I was looking for. However, we're not even close to hurting for inventory space, so we're just going to go ahead and continue on with some of these quests for now. Cutscene. You're here for Salon's order? Yep. All right, give me a second. All right, here it is. What do you mean this is just an empty crate? This will catch that dragon no problem. Trust me. Well, if you say so. Wonderful. And if we look in our inventory, we should have a dragon trap kit. Look at that. It's a box. It's literally just a box, but maybe it will do the trick. So let's go ahead and take this back to Salon. Another cutscene. Did you get the trap, farmer? Sure did. One premium dragon trap right here. Never mind the specifics. Quick, let's rig this trap before that dragon gets back. Jeez, someone's bossy. Well, that should do it. Quick, follow me. Let's get into hiding and wait for the dragon to show up. All right. Let's do that. There it is. Head down, farmer. I think it's going right for the bait. Ouch, stepping on my foot, Salon. Stop it. Darn, it doesn't seem to be going for the bait. Well, any brilliant ideas? I've got another idea. Stay here, farmer. What kind of idea, Salon? Salon pulls out a half-eaten mutton drumstick from his apron pocket. What a wonderful place to store a half-eaten mutton drumstick. At least you think it's mutton. With how he's holding it, it sure looks more like a club. I was saving this for lunch, but it ought to be heavy enough to knock that bugger out. What are you doing? I'm not going to hurt it. I'm just going to bop it on the head, knock it out. Then you can take it safely away from Sunhaven for good. Okay, Salon. Stay still, you little... Wait! Stop! What? I almost have this little lizard just where I want it. Salon, you can't just bop the baby dragon. Why not? Well, it's an innocent little dragon. That's why. Sorry, farmer. But if we don't do this right, he'll just come back again. I'm going to do it. Oh, look at that sad little baby dragon. Stay back, you little beast. Don't come any closer. Just stand still, I mean it. Oh, come on. Go away. Shoo! Get out of here. Urgh. I'm warning you. Look at those sad little dragon eyes. Come on, Salon. He just wants to be your friend. Urgh. Well, what are we supposed to do now? It seems to like you. Why do you have to be so destructive? It looks like it wants to be your friend. Do you think the dragon could be tamed? That's silly talk, farmer. It would never work. No, I don't care how cute you are. You can't stay. You have to go. Poor gruff buffalo. Oh, look at that baby dragon. What about for just a little while, Salon? Salon. Okay, fine. But only until it's big enough to fend for itself. And no more causing messes. I mean it. Happy little baby dragon. Salon grumbles and kicks a rock, sending it sailing across the length of the quarry. And the dragon goes and gives him a hug. The baby dragon cuddles against Salon's leg, seeming rather content. Salon mumbles to himself. I'm glad the baby dragon is safe and sound. Nice. Alright, so we're going to go with some more gold. Looks like as far as the main quest line, we get to enjoy the rest of the day off, so let's go and plant some stuff on our farm. I do love how the mana is regenerating during cutscenes as well. It makes things a lot easier to, or a lot quicker to get around, especially at the beginning when you have a lot of these kind of tutorial cutscenes. Alright, now we have quite a few new things. Now, we were letting these trees grow, but because we have so many other seeds and only one scarecrow, I think I'm going to chop them down and make room for some more things to plant here. Even though they're only yielding 2 logs per little tiny tree, still will get it. And we'll get another row going here. And we may as well clear this grass underneath this hardwood log, even though we're not going to use it. Because then we have, except for this little corner here, we have our nice 10 by 10 square. So this is the maximum amount of area that our scarecrow is going to cover. I believe there might be one more row we have available to us down here. Let's take a look. So if we replace this scarecrow, yeah, we have one more row down below. I don't think we can another row up here. No. So we're going to have to have that down there. So let's move this guy one more time back to right there. And we are going to plant these ones that regrow and take a long time to be able to harvest. We're going to keep those over on the left-hand side here. I think for this spring we're only going to grow a few of them, and we'll keep focused on our wheat and any seeds we find, or any seeds we are able to get on sale, like these green roots. We'll go ahead and plant some more wheat. Now you probably noticed the planting, that doesn't have a cooldown timer on it at all. You don't have to worry about planting. You can just walk and plant seeds, or move your mouse to a certain extent to plant seeds. You don't have to worry about timing like you do with any of your tools, like how this watering takes a little bit longer for the animation to happen. Of course, when we upgrade our tools, that'll go quicker. But it is nice that no matter what, you can always plant your seeds quickly and get them in the ground. Now, sometimes I like to, when there are these hardwood trees in the way, I will sometimes just water behind them, because sometimes I have accidentally planted seeds there, and I don't realize that they're not growing until I finally have the correct tools to chop this down and do so. And I find a plant that's been there for months and months. So I always like to do a quick double check. We'll go down here, plant our tree in our little tree area. Let's get rid of some of these grasses first. And we have some room to plant our tree out of the way where it can grow into an adult tree. I guess we better spend our skill points in farming. All right, now we're in column 2. So we have Thrift Hunter. Seed bags sold at the general store sales table are an additional 5, 10, or 15% cheaper. That could be helpful. Beginner Cookbook. Unlock 5, 10, 15 unique cooking recipes. These recipes are only obtainable from this skill. Now, we're not really into cooking yet, even though we do have all of the crafting tables to be able to use these recipes. We're not collecting a whole bunch of items yet, so I think we're going to leave that one for now. As we said, we're looking to get a bee box. I'm not sure if we have all of the materials for it yet, but I think we're going to go ahead and unlock that so we can see which materials we can get. And happy animals. Farm animals have an 8, 16, and 24% chance to yield an extra animal product. Now, we don't have any animals yet, so I think we're going to wait on that. Let's take a look and see up at our crafting table what we need to get a bee box. I believe we need fire shards. So we're going to need some more stone, and we need some fire crystals. So it may very well be time to adventure into mines. Yeah, let's go ahead and run over to the mines. Even though it's a little bit later in the day, we may as well go over there. We could clear our farm as well and get a little bit of work done there, but we don't really need to clear more farm space. We have plenty of space to grow the seeds that we have right now, the limited amount of seeds that we have. But clearly we need some more stone and some fire crystals, and if we want to get our anvil going, we're going to need some copper ore as well, so we may as well get those things going. Now, if you've never been to the Sunhaven mines before, there are all of these different caverns and floors that you will need to unlock. If you enter the mines, you will find, through mining, rusty keys, and those will temporarily open up some of these mines. There are many kinds of rocks, ores, and gems in the mines that become more valuable as you dig deeper. A rusty key hidden on this floor will unlock the next floor temporarily. You may craft a key at an anvil to unlock the next floor permanently. This floor requires a copper key. So if we do get some copper ore, which we may very well on this floor, then we can start, once we have our the right crafting station, we will be able to smelt and then craft that into keys to permanently unlock these things. It does look like this is mostly stone on this first floor. You noticed as well I smashed a couple of vases, which help. They give you gold and different element shards, which are helpful. So I guess what we're going to do right here is we're just going to continue mining stone until we find that rusty key. Seeing as there we go, we got it right there. So let's head back over to this gate. Insert a rusty key to unlock that door temporarily. And now we have access to cavern number 2. And I believe it's the same thing in this. Oh no, we do have an ore node. So we're going to get a little bit of copper ore from mining that node. We got one right there. And I do like mining these larger rocks. They don't take many more hits to destroy them or to farm them, but they're more likely to give you higher amounts of stone, in my experience anyway. That could just be a bias I have. I don't know if it's actually, if you were to look at the data, true, but it seems to me, in my experience, that that's the case. Let's see. Okay, we got 3 stone from that one, and we may as well up our mining. Now, I think we said we were going to go stone splitter instead of hidden gem, although sapphires, especially at beginning to sell, would be really nice, but yeah, we're going to go with that stone splitter, get a little bit more stone when we are mining. I don't see any more ore nodes, so we're just going to continue looking for the rusty key until we find it. There we go. We will temporarily open up that door, and now we have access to cavern number 3. Fire node. Actually, I'm curious how much these sell for. 50 each. So not super amazing, but definitely pretty decent at the beginning of the game here. Looks like we have some copper ore up here. And especially at the beginning, you're going to want to make sure that you're mining these coal nodes as well. Coal is super important for the smelter. And I found in my first playthrough, in the beginning especially, that I was always running out of coal. There is a nice skill that you gain access to eventually through mining, where you are able to I forget what I was saying. Got distracted with that rusty key. Alright. Now, maybe we want to go over here and see if there are any ore nodes before we head over to the next cavern. And I do see one up here. One down. Oh, quite a few of them. So we may as well take advantage of these nodes that are in this area. More mining. Get that extra stone. And as you level up and gain more access to gold, it might not be worth your time to, like, say, come up here and grab some of those breakable items that are in the mines. But right now, that 10 gold is definitely helpful. If we smash 4 different vases, maybe 5, because they don't always have 10 gold in them. But if we are smashing those vases, that basically gives us some more wheat to farm right off the get-go. So we've got our peas going. We've got our green beans going there as for our quest. We've got our wheat going. We're taking the day off, so we have a little bit of time to kind of explore and do whatever we like. Smash some pots in the mud. Any ore nodes. Just some coal. So, looks like we're going to have to get that rusty key. Oh, and it looks like we got some copper ore from one of those vases as well, which is helpful. Let's see if we can mine through this rock to get over there, seeing as we're looking for a key anyway. No rusty key yet. So we'll mine around this entrance for a while. Now, I'm not too worried about getting lost in these mines, or rather our time winding down to, I'm not worried about us having enough time to get out because we're going to use the exit exploit to basically transport ourselves directly back to our farmhouse. So anytime that you exit out of the game, it is going to bring you, it won't save where you are in the game specifically. So if we were to exit the game here, we are not going to return to this mine level. We will return to our farmhouse. Fire shards. That's what we were looking for. We got one. Not bad. So yeah, you can use that to your advantage if you are somewhere really, really far away from your house. You don't want to take that that damage from not going to bed on time. You can, say at 11 o'clock, exit the game, enter back in, and you will have you'll be back at your farmhouse without the time ticking down too much, which is great. So if you're someone who doesn't pay attention to the in-game clock too much, don't worry about it too much. You are able to exploit that a little bit and get back to your farmhouse whenever you want, easily. So I think we've gotten all of the nodes and the, oh, there we go, that's the key. That's exactly what we were looking for. Level 7 mining, beautiful. Let's check out these tier 2 skills. We got Stone Crusher, increases damage to rocks, ores, and gem nodes by 5, 10, and 15%. Tool Mastery increases the speed of all tools by 5, 7, and 10%. So even if we're not farming, or not mining rather, that Tool Mastery is going to be super helpful. Industrial, crafting any item grants you a 4, 6, and 8 bonus gold. That's also super great. That, even if we're crafting things like planks, that's going to give us extra gold, which definitely adds up over time. And Monster Hunter increases the damage to monsters in the mine by 10, 15, and 20%. While we're not really encountering monsters yet, I think we are going to go with Industrial. We want to increase that gold early on so we're able to get more things. Come over here and get this node. Oh, now we have some monsters over there. Now we don't have to worry too much because of ranged. We're able to shoot through things, whereas they're less able to walk through things. So we have all of these stone nodes here that are blocking them from getting to us, but they're not blocking our crossbow bolts from getting to them, which is super helpful. So yeah, I'm a little bit of a wuss when it comes to combat in this game. I'm someone who likes to hide, find a strategic position, and exploit that rather than go rushing in head first. Typically, that's my play style with Dungeons and Dragons as well. So you could also, from these little island things, start to shoot. There's no way that they can get to you. These monsters, at least, these slugs. And you can just have at them. Not worry about dying. Same here, we've got all these stone blocking these slugs, we can just go ahead and start sending crossbow bolts over their way. Although I notice now we are starting to run out of time, and I want to get some of these nodes. So we are going to rush over to this copper, and maybe we will stop killing any more enemies that we encounter. Let's take a look, because it's going to pause our timer anyway. Let's take a look at this first level of combat, seeing as this is our first skill point. Now, I noted before that I typically have not gone for the spell casting combat sort of thing, but this fireball spell seems to be fairly useful when it comes to combat. So, unlock the fireball spell, fires a blast of flames, dealing 20, 22, 24 damage, and burning enemies for an additional 2, 3, or 4 seconds. Costs 3 mana, so it's not super costly, and there's no cooldown, so you can just blast it for as much mana as you have. There's agility, increases the attack speed of all swords and tools by 4, 7, and 10%. Heavy hitter increases the damages by all attacks, or of all attacks by 1, 2, and 3 damage. And extra plating increases your armor by 2, 4, and 6. I don't know, I kind of want to try that fireball spell out, but I know I typically don't use a whole lot of magic in combat. Attack speed of sword and tools. I wonder if that will increase tool speed as well. I think I'm going to go with the agility just in case it also increases tool speed, which will be helpful for farming. And I don't think there's any nodes over there we're getting. Oh, there's one right here. So we'll farm this quick before it gets to be 11 p.m. And then now we are going to look at this exploit. So we're just going to press the escape button, and there's the exit game. It'll take us away from the game. We're just going to hop right back in to playthrough, and magically we should be back at our farmhouse. And now we've got our 11 p.m. timer going. Now I want to see, we don't have a whole lot in here that we really need to sell. We're going to keep those fire crystals. We could sell those sapphire. We're not going to worry about it too much right now. We're just going to go to bed. And we'll worry about those things in the morning. You sleep straight through the night. Good. I love that. No bad sleeps in Sunhaven. Now, one thing to watch out for as well, I just pressed it to show everyone, but I just pressed one of the keys to open up the menu. So as you can see right now, our game isn't loading in. That's because it's technically paused. So if you accidentally hit like escape or K or I to open your inventory, that's going to pause the game before it has a chance to load in that scene. So if you get to a point here where there's a black screen happening and there's nothing, it's not loading, just hit the escape button and it'll load the game. So go ahead and water all of this stuff. And actually, before we get too far into watering, let's look at this snack tune, because I want to transfer over some apples. Now, the nice thing about these snackoons or any other sort of chest or altar or where you place things, you can place those things even if you don't have, say, the full number of apples or wheat. So I've placed 4 in there, and now I can back out. They're not in my inventory anymore, but they are going to stay with that snackoon here. So it's kind of like a little bit of a bank. In the meantime, you can keep those things there. You don't have to worry about saving them somewhere separately. You can just give them to the Snackoon or the altar and walk away and not worry about keeping track of everything. It's super helpful. All right. I think today, depending on what quests we get, I am going to try and get a smelter and an anvil going, because this is taking forever. I would like a better water tank for sure. All right, everything is watered and good to go. We'll do another quick pass through. So again, if you hover your mouse over your crops and none of them have this white corners, then everything has been watered, at least if you have your rusty watering can selected, or any other watering can. Talk to Lucy at your farm. Oh, she's right there. Look at that. Perfect. Actually, before we go there, we're going to check out Anvil. Okay, so it looks like the anvil, we're going to need the furnace first, which we can build because we collected those copper ores. We'll get that going. We will go and talk to Lucia, and then that should be done, and we should be able to potentially, actually let's look at the mailbox first. We should potentially be able to have that anvil going as well. Well met, Dodgical. Who is this? Salon, I thought so. You've been doing some good hard work in the mines lately. I'm just writing to let you know that. Well, it's nice to see. That's all. So keep up the good work. Oh, by the way, have you used your anvil to smith any keys yet? The rusty keys you find are only good for one use, Dodgical. If you want to unlock a floor for good, you'll have to forge some bars into proper metal key. Just so you know, I mean. In fact, here, have these. It'll help you with your smithing work. Oh, and look at that. We got some more ore from Salon, which is perfect. I don't want my mailbox to go over a little bit more, and we got Lucia. Rise and shine, Dodgical. I hope you don't mind me waiting here. Hey, it looks like your farm's already shaping up. Anyway, it's time to plan your first visit to Dragon's Meat. Dodgical, are you ready to meet Ilios? What do I need to do? The ascent to Dragon's Meat can be dangerous, so I'll escort you up the mountain myself. Just meet me at the town square tomorrow at 10 a.m. Sounds like a plan. I am in. Perfect. I'll be waiting for you at our town square at 10 a.m. Cool. So we're going to meet tomorrow. Looks like we've got today to do whatever we like. Let's go and check out. Well, actually, before we go check out, let us get our smelter out. Right there. Sure. Ooh, that's a pretty big. We might have to move that later. But for now, we can do a couple of things, actually. So let's smelt as many of these copper bars as we can. And we're missing one fire crystal as well for our bee-box. And we don't need our bee-box quite yet, but we might as well get that fire crystal ready to go and get that bee box going. Go check out what quests are posted for us. More stone for Topi. As well, and it looks like Lucia is looking for some sand dollars, 2 of them in fact. Now we have been selling our sand dollars, but now that we're not hurting for golds, we can head down. Of course, grabbing some of our forageables along the way. We'll head down to the beach. Hopefully there will be a couple of sand dollars that have respawned on the beach for us to pick up. Ooh, it looks like we got lots of berries that have respawned as well. So we'll grab these. And look at that, level 10 exploration. Let's see what skills we have. So our movement skills are all maxed out. Let's see here. I do like the idea of increasing our mana so that we can air skip more. We haven't found a whole lot of chests and money bags yet, but we will. That could be helpful. You know what? Let's put at least 1 rank into the secret compartment, because then we're getting some extra gold. We may not increase it further, but at least if we do find any money bags or treasure chests, it'll be much more worth it to open them than to sell them. And I think we're going to take a look. We have 8 eaten berries, so we might as well eat another one. Remember, we're getting to 10 of everything. So that's about where the usefulness of eating consumables for permanent gains kind of maxes out. You can continue eating them and increasing things, or increasing your stats by little bits at a time, but I don't see much use in eating more than, say, 10. Well, looks like we found 1 sand dollar. We may as well collect some of this driftwood as well. Nothing there. So let's go take a look on our beach, see if there happens to be some sand dollars there. And how do we want to do this? Let's go up here. See if this guy can get us. No, they all get stuck. Perfect. So this can be an easy way for you to also increase your combat without too much stress, or without the chance of dying. Just hide behind something and shoot. Hope the mobs get stuck behind a tree or a rock or something like that. Seeing as you can magically shoot through things. I guess that's why they have these signs here, even though I can't read them. Anytime you come across a sign and it's got kind of that exclamation mark, it usually means that there are enemies if you continue onward. Nothing here. We've been keeping our beach too clean. Oh, look, there's a treasure chest. I guess it is good that we ended up putting in a skill to the treasure chest. So we're going to get an extra 80 gold out of this treasure chest. And we got our sand dollars too. Look at that. Beautiful. While we're down here, we might as well grab some of our apples. Now, I'm betting a lot of people hate to see this sort of thing. Uncleared farm, but to be honest, in real life, I like a nice natural looking yard anyway, so I tend to keep my yard as wild as possible for a while. Looks like we're done smelting here. We've got some iron bars, which means we likely will be able to get an anvil. Look at that. Perfect. So we might as well get our anvil going. We can turn in some of our quests. We're not looking for any more items. So because we're not hurting for gold anymore, I'm going to start storing some of these things in the chest for future use. Some of these items might be enjoyed by NPCs as a gift. Some of them you might need for a quest. I think we're going to sell these sapphires, though, or we will end up getting more later. So we'll pick up this anvil, we'll pick up our items. Oh, that's another thing to note as well. When you pick up items from a crafting table, they will spit them out in front of them. So if we were to place our anvil right here, anytime that we were to pick up items, it's going to spit them out into the river here. Now, we may be able to reach them from this position. They may automatically get picked up. But just to be safe, I'm not going to place any of our crafting tables there. I'm going to place it over here somewhere. Now we have to decide, do we want better tools first, or do we want to be able to go deeper into the mines? Not have to look for those rusty keys every time we go down. Personally, I think I am going to save those coppers until I can get at least a copper watering can. Can we do any more smelting? We don't. Oh, and it looks like they added an anvil to the furnace as well. That's interesting. You don't just have to get it at the crafting table anymore, which is kind of cool. Alright, let's go and give this Snackoon the rest of his apples. Then all we are waiting on for that is for wheat. And then we know any more apples we collect, we can just throw in the box, potentially eat them. These blueberries, they provide a moderate amount of mana. We haven't eaten 10 of those, so let's go ahead and eat some more berries. Looks like we're getting a good amount there. Oh, and those sand dollars. I totally forgot that we need to give those to Lucia. So you can left click and move things over if you like, but if you only need a couple of them, you can right click to drag a singular item over. I like to do that, keep everything nice and organized. We only need 2 for Lucia, so let's go ahead and see if we can find some of these Westgivers. I believe Topi is going to be up at school over in the library. There we go. Wow, is that what a whole 15 stones looks like? Uh-oh, I should have asked for more. But this is a really good start. Thank you, farmer. No problem, little dude. Let's do some exploration experience. Oh, and it looks like Topi's got another quest for us. Might as well. Hey, Dodgecall, I need your help, but you have to keep it a secret. You promise you won't tell? Okay, what's up, Topi? Sorry, I need you to promise you won't tell, or I could get in trouble. Okay, I promise. How can I help? My parents have been telling me I need to be more responsible lately, and then I go and lose my notebook. How's all my schoolwork inside? Can you find it for me? Yep, I will do that for you, Topi. No worry. Oh, what a relief. You're a life, don't you, Carl? And I can see up here these sparkling glasses. This librarian here has a bad habit of losing her glasses. So we're going to go up there, grab them for her, even though they're only like 20 feet away, maybe. So that's where those went. I have my backup pair, but they're so scratched I can hardly see out of them. I appreciate it, farmer. No problem, Amanda. Let's do some mining experience. We haven't been doing the mining experience a whole lot. And oh, look at that. We've got some heart from Amanda. Alright, so that's a couple of quests down. Now we're going to keep an eye out for Topi's notebook. And in the meantime, we are going to go and turn some stuff into Lucia. Oh, and it looks like Nathaniel's got a quest for us as well. Hi there, Dodgecall. You always seem to have perfect timing. Thanks to Pinto's clumsiness, I've got a job for you. Oh, what did Pinto do? Pinto was sent to gather coal to heat the barracks at night, but he dropped the whole basket into the river on the way back. I guess there was a bee involved. He seemed embarrassed, so I didn't ask questions. What do you need, Nathaniel? Well, I need 10 coal to keep us all warm and toasty tonight. Think you can swing it? I'll get right on it. Fantastic. You're a real credit to Sunhaven, Dodgecall. You can bring the coal to me. Wonderful. Do I have 10 coal? I have 9 coal. I am so close. Darn. Oh well. Let's go up to Lucia, who is likely in Town Hall. Let's double check. Oh, looks like we have some other quest givers here, too. Lucia. Oh no, Lucia is down visiting her friends, so we don't need to go to Town Hall. Let's go down here and potentially grab some more quests. Seems like Liam is over here dropping his sisters off at school, so we may as well go and get a quest from him. There's no quest thing over his head. Let's talk to him and find out. Hello, you must be the one who bought the old farm. I'm Liam. Good to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, Liam. I'm Dodgecall. Likewise, my name is Liam. Oh wait, I said that already. I like this sprite's kind of character. You can tell even with the art and the dialogue, they've created, someone who has their own personality, and he's quite shy. All right, well, we'll see you, Liam. Is there some other quest here I'm missing? Maybe it'll happen when he leaves. Let's follow him out and find out. Oh, and there's Lucia. Look at that. Are these the sand dollars I requested? Why, thank you, Dodgecall. I must repay you for your time. Go on and have it. No problem. Do we want the gold? Yeah, we said we want the gold always in the first week. And what is this quest? Okay, so we got the Topi studies. We could go over to Wormheart and grab the quest from him and grab some apples in the meantime. And let's upgrade to... You know what? Let's start upping our mana. We may as well. Extra mana is always helpful, and the earlier we get that, the earlier we're going to have more mana, because it's dependent on us finishing quests. Doctor's in. Welcome, Dr. Call. Say, are you busy? If not, do you want to be? How can I help? I wondered if you could stop by Catherine's shop to check on my order. Sure. Why not? Let's go check in Catherine's shop. Now, if you're not sure where Catherine's shop is, you can scroll down here. There's Catherine's house. I believe she is farming store, maybe? Let's find out. Do you have any medicine? Do you have any medicine? Oh, look at that medicine. Let's buy one of those for 25. And we do have a little bit of extra money. We could consider buying some more fruit trees, but I think we're going to hold off on that for now. And perhaps spend our money on some other things. Let's see if we can buy 5 of... That can grow in spring and summer. Kale only grows in spring. Oh, I guess we did need amaranth, so that grows in summer as well. But let's buy a few lettuce seeds as well. Make sure we have some different items from spring before it goes on to summer and we're not able to plant and harvest those crops anymore. I believe we'll need them. Some of the spring crops we will need for endgame, some of Dynas's altars, and some of them we may likely need for the museum. So we're just going to go ahead and start collecting kind of everything. Great, this is just what I ordered. Thanks, Dodgicom. Again, you're a lifesaver, and again, not literally. I do like his joke. Farming or combat? Let's go combat this time because why not? Okay, what else do we have to do here? Harvest wheat. Oh, we got to get another coal, and we'll keep an eye out for Topi's notebook, which off the top of my head I can't remember exactly where it is, but we'll do a little bit of a tour around town. See what we can see. First, we'll head down to the quarry and see what we can see over here and potentially grab another coal. I'm interested to see. I believe that they changed things. Let's go down to the mines. We may as well. I thought that within the first week here we learn about the end of the month festival, and we haven't seen or heard any of that yet. I don't know if it's because we haven't gone and talked to Bernard, I believe it is, at the town hall. That quest might start there, or it might start later in the week, but if I recall from previous playthroughs, I thought that happened right away, so maybe they've gotten rid of that beginning lantern festival that happens at the end of the month. I know in my first week before, I was regularly looking for silk because that was a main item that was needed for quests at the beginning. So we'll have to see coming up whether or not that quest still happens, and if we still need to collect silk. We want our tool speed to increase, or do we want to increase the amount of gold we're getting from crafting? Let's increase that for now, and we'll increase that tool speed once we have max gold coming out from all of our crafting items. I like doing that one first just because it gives you so much extra gold. Like if you're crafting 50 planks at a time, having an extra 4 golds when you're crafting those things, that's going to give you an extra 200 gold just by maxing that skill out. So you may as well. Okay, we got our rusty key. We were looking for coal, which we have yet to get off any of those stone nodes. Let's go and see if we can find some coal deeper in the mine here. And might as well kill 2 birds with one stone and get some more copper ore. So that we can finally get a better water intake. Looks like we can grab a water crystal here too. That stone is great. Looks like we have a treasure chest up there as well. We'll go take a look, see if we can open that. Beautiful. Oh, looks like we got a ruby as well. And some gold ore. That's going to be helpful. We can smelt that into some gold bars and either upcraft it into jewelry or simply just sell those gold bars. Oh, look, we have a book as well. That seems to be new. I've never come across that item before. An ancient tome buried for countless ages. It looks angelic in origin. Okay, so we're going to left click to read it. Down here maybe. Let's go ahead and read it. Well, it's not allowing me to read this book. What if it's in our inventory? Nope. Weird. Okay, so maybe there's a glitch going on where you're not able to read these books. That might be coming in a future update. This does seem new to me. I've never actually mined a book before. So maybe we'll just keep that in our chest for right now. I can't remember. Did we get a rusty key for this level already? I got distracted by that book. Let's go find out. Oh, looks like we did get our coal. Use the rusty key. Nope, we didn't get it. Anyways, we got our coal. Let's head out and complete some of these quests. Now, luckily, we don't need coal right off the bat. We can do... Oh, and of course, I didn't exit the mines. No, and you can't exit the mines just by exiting the mines. You gotta go through in a cart. Look at that. The more you know. Yeah, so we won't need coal quite yet, not until we start smelting iron. The nice thing is we can smelt copper with just the logs that we have. Yes, we know our rusty keys turn to dust when we exit mine. Let us double check. So it looks like we just have to turn that quest into Nathaniel, keep our eyes open for Toby's notebook. And then we'll maybe go and see how much a chicken costs. I don't think we have enough gold to get a chicken, but you never know. Oh, I think I may have gone the wrong direction. I was assuming Nathaniel was going to be up here, but he often, yep, he likes to hang out down here. So we have gone the complete wrong direction. Luckily, though, we've been looking for the book, and we might as well grab these fruit trees while we're up here. I always forget to come and grab these fruit trees because I'm usually not up by the barracks, except when I'm doing quest type things. But it's nice to know that those berries are there for sure. And in fact, we haven't eaten any strawberries. We have eaten blueberries, but only 4, so we may as well consume some of these. Oh, and that gives us our mana back too, which is awesome. Now we can skip along nice and quickly all the way down to Nathaniel. Well, we can get stuff on things. We're out of mana again. The soldiers will be grateful to have this. Thanks again, Dojiko. No problem. Let's do farming this time. Getting pretty close to level 8, which is nice. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at these strawberries. A small amount of health permanently. I don't know if I want to use them if all they're giving us is a small amount of health, so I think we're going to keep those and upcraft them into something. Keep them in our treasure chest for right now. So far, no sign of Toby's notebook. I suspect it may be over towards the tavern area. So we'll maybe go and have a look up there shortly. See if we can find any other quests. Although it is getting into evening. Toby's study, which we're already on. So I believe perhaps his book could be over here. It could also be up here somewhere. We haven't looked at those areas yet. And it could also be over by Jim's house. We'll take a look there as well. Not too worried about it. It doesn't have an end date on that quest. But I noticed we've got these seeds here. We may as well plant. Can we plant that? So we may as well plant it. And our lettuce. This is the crop that I forgot to plant and ultimately ended up affecting my endgame. Or at least how quickly I was able to complete the storyline. let's put some of these things away. We'll keep our water shards for now. Let's see perhaps what we can do with smelting to begin with. Let's make some copper bars. And we don't quite have enough gold to smelt those bars, so I think what we're going to do is throw our gold over here. I'm going to collect a couple of rubies and sapphires now that we're not hurting too much for gold. And we're going to put our Origins of Sunhaven book away as well. And you know what? We're going to throw our sand in here as well. I think we need one more for composter, but we can take a look here. Oh no, we only needed 5. Let's go ahead and make that composter. We'll need it eventually. We might as well get it out of the way. Oh, and we can make a juicer as well. So we'll go ahead with those 2 things. 2 more crafting tables ready to go. And now we should have enough iron bars for me to craft a much better watering can. Well, I wouldn't say much better, but a better watering can. We've got our composter, which I'm going to put over here for right now. Alright, and it's getting towards the end of the day, so I think we are just going to clear out a little bit more of our farm to get some XP and to start preparing for when we have lots more seeds and stuff. Might as well check out B-Box. Well, let's put a skill into B-Box, even though we don't quite need it anyway. Oh, I'm hitting the heavy stuff. Beautiful. We have a much better watering can now. We'll put our rusty watering can up for sale. And I believe we should be able to build a B-Box as well. Oh, we don't have enough planks. So, let's make some more planks. We're going to keep some wood there just in case. Throw that over there for right now. It doesn't really matter too much if you're placing things willy-nilly, because you can always pick them up and move them later. The only thing that's a little bit harder to move is animal pens, so you might want to kind of pick a good spot for your animal pen to begin with. Maybe even over here could be good for that. And we're going to go to bed for right now. Nothing else to do, may as well. And actually, I'm going to take a break. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half. And we will be back shortly.